Now is not the time to lose momentum. We've got to keep the ball rolling with the Week 10 night slate. If we want to have any hope of affording our holiday shopping, we must do this. I'm Jamie G, and this is Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. My peers in the almost a real attorney community refer to me as Esquire the Fifth, while my co-host Magnum refers to me as Yo Dude.
Yo, dude, are you ready for this two-game night slate? I hope so, because we've been working on the night slate all week long here on Bet It, Bank and Blow It, presented by CZGAP Fantasy Football. Thank you for checking out our show. Find us wherever you get your pods and on YouTube. Find us on social media at CZGAPFF. Same place on the web, czgapff.com. Nice and easy to remember, just like the flaps. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, please remember to hit the thumb.
As always, I need to remind you, and I'm going to, like every single week, I'm going to remind you, check the latest news, injuries, weather, all of it before submitting any wagers. Make sure you're also shopping around to get the best possible odds on your bets. Check all sports books that are legally available in your state. A lot of good stuff out there. Make sure you take the time to check and see what it is. On this episode, we are getting our odds from the DraftKings Sportsbook, and everything is accurate as of Friday, November 8th, 2024.
Once again, we have a classic night slate here. One Sunday night football game, one Monday night football game. We will be making wagers across both of those, and we will do a tripod, a three-leg single game parlay for each of the games. On Sunday Night Football, we have the 7-1 Detroit Lions traveling to Houston to face the 6-3 Texans. According to the DraftKings Sportsbook, the Lions are 3.5-point road favorites, minus 191 on the money line, while the Texans are 3.5-point home dogs, plus 160 on the money line. The game total is 48.5 points. On Monday Night Football, we have the Miami Dolphins, who are 6-2, traveling to Los Angeles to face the 4-4 Rams. The Miami Dolphins are 1-point road dogs, minus 105 on the money line, while the Rams are 1-point home favorites, minus 115 on the money line. The game total is 50 points. What do you think of these games, Jamie G? I think we have a pretty interesting pair here. I'm certainly interested in both sides of the ball. I think we have some wagering options. What overall thoughts on the two-game matchups here for the night slate?
Yeah, pretty interesting stuff. I mean, Detroit, Houston, we've got some new players. We'll see if Nico Collins comes back this week or not. Detroit gets the boost on defense a little bit. Two good teams. Houston coming off a pretty tough loss, but the extra rest from Thursday night of last week. Detroit just seems to be steamrolling and continuing. Coming off their big win in Lambeau. So I like this matchup a lot. I think there's a lot of star power here, and there's definitely some angles. Miami and the Rams is a really interesting one on Monday Night Football. Tua has been back, 2 games under his belt, played pretty well both games. They didn't really depend on him to do too much against the Bills. It was mostly the running game. The Rams, you should get Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua back, provided nobody throws any punches and gets ejected, messing up our player prop bets. I like this one. I think, again, you got two defenses in that Miami Rams game that I think is pretty sneaky, though. Both are better than they appear to be on paper. So I'm really curious to see how that game shapes out. A lot of offensive playmakers, but two good defenses as well. So it should be a good night slate of football here for us. And I think there's some good wagering options here. But much like the main slate on Sunday, I think you got to find your spots and focus in and just take those. Don't do anything crazy with these ones.
Houston, especially, I think keep an eye on Nico Collins. I don't expect him to play, but also on Will Anderson, their edge rusher there. Very big deal if he is out. Going to need him as the Lions are a little banged up on the offensive line. I do feel pretty confident in Detroit here, but this does shape up as a little bit of a trap game. You never want to count out a team like Houston, quarterback like CJ Stroud at home. Definitely some interest in the Dolphins-Rams game. Surprised me a little bit. This one opened at 2.5 and moved pretty swiftly towards the Dolphins a little bit here. So just something to keep an eye on. Waiting for the big breakout game there. Could be a lot of fireworks in this one, some sneaky shootout potential. And you got to just take into account, what are the effects of the injuries, of the new acquisitions, these kind of things. I wish it was about 1 week ahead for the Rams so they could get some more reinforcements for their offensive line, which are coming. Yes, phrasing. Definitely interested in both games. Like you said, got to pick and choose your spots a little bit, but I think we got some nice opportunities here to finish out week 10 on a high note.
I like tipping my waiters, and I like the movie Waiting. but I don't like beating around the bush. So we're starting out with our favorite wagers for the Week 10 night slate. I'm not usually the one to toot my lower horn in public. I've had a good thing going with these, so I'm going to go up first here, Mills, and see if we can keep it going. I've got two favorite wagers this week for the night slate. I've got Detroit minus 3.5 at Houston. I think they win this one by more than the field goal. They're just the better team. And even if Houston, I think, was at full strength, they haven't been able to have the type of dominating games that Detroit seems to have most weeks. I like Detroit here, even on the road. They're going from a dome to a dome. I like this, man. 100 cricket coins to win 189 cricket coins. Feeling good about that. And then I got Miami and the Rams. I think these two teams have good defenses that are going to create some problems offensively for each other. I think they'll get their points, but I'm going with a little bit of an alternative total here. I'm going under 52 total points. That's 100 cricket coins to take home 169 cricket coins, almost 170.
I like that quite a bit. I am going to be pretty similar on my first wager here. I did a little bit of an alternate spread. Give me Detroit minus 4.5 at Houston. That buys it back up to even Steven plus 100. So 100 cricket coins to bring back 200. I like that. I was even willing to go a little bit higher, but I'm happy with the 4.5 for the even money there. And on the other side, very similar thing. I'm just going to take the Rams -1 here at home against the Dolphins. I like what you're trying to do there with the total. My initial lean was the Rams, so despite the line kind of moving the other way, I'm just not going to look a gift horse in the mouth here. Take the -1. It's a flat -100 right now, so 100 coins to bring back about 191.
Be cool and get ready because we're heading all the way to the top of the props. Mills, do you have a prop or three for us for this night slate?
I do. As a matter of fact, I think I have four. Starting at the top, I liked it last week. I'm going to go back to the well here. I think he's going to be running for his life. CJ Stroud, 25 plus rushing yards, plus 260, 100 coins to bring back 360. The under over was like 23 and a half here. You get a better number by going for the 25. So that's what I elected to do. And he's coming back off a suspension. I think he's going to have something to prove here. Give me Jamison Williams, a Detroit wide receiver, 50 plus receiving yards, plus 155. Absolutely love that. Again, could go a little bit higher with it. Could get greedy, but I'm fine with the 54, the 155. So 100 coins to bring back 255. Going to the other game, let's ride the train. Devin A. Chan over 57.5 rushing yards. That is -115. 100 coins to bring back 187. And going to stick with Achan here. I think he's going to get over on the rushing yard. So why not have him bust off one long one here? Devin Achan, longest rush over 13.5 yards, -110. Dude is a big play waiting to happen. That's 100 coins to bring back about 191. I like the way those two correlate together. So those are my four. CJ Stroud, 25 plus rushing yards. Jamison Williams, 50 plus receiving yards. Devin Achan over 57.5 rushing. And Devin Achan, longest rush over 13.5 yards. It's funny. I like the Rams better on the side, but I am riding with the Dolphins props.
We'll see how it shakes out, man. I like those, Mills. I've also got four. Feeling pretty good about this. First one, I've got Joe Mixon over 81.5 rushing yards. I think if Houston wants to have a chance in this game, they've got to slow the game down, win the time of possession, and utilize Joe Mixon. He's had success most games he's played in. I think he can have it here. 81.5 rushing yards. It's -115. 100 cricket coins there to bring home 187. And then I've got Jared Goff. We're hoping that his evil twin Jack Goff stays home. Jared Goff is going to have 2+ touchdown passes. That's plus 100. 100 cricket coins there to win 200 cricket coins. Liking that a lot. Mills, I've got the other running back in Miami. I've got Raheem Mostert over 8.5 rush attempts. Watching that game last week against the Bills, it's clear they want to involve Mostert in the game and make this more of a maybe not even, but 60-40 split-ish. I think he gets over 8.5 rushes. That's -105. 100 cricket coins there to win 195 cricket coins. And then last but not least, this is almost automatic for me. Cooper Kupp over 6.5 receptions. It's plus 110. 100 cricket coins there to win 210.
We like that. I definitely like that Cooper Cup. That is a nice one.
Yeah, I like getting plus odds on it makes me feel good and warm and fuzzy. And we can help you feel good. But one thing we can't do is help you get rich quick. But our lottery ticket long shots are one step on your way to riches and diamond rings. Mills, how we doing real things?
We're going to try to just give a longer shot here. We want at least plus 500 or longer. You can go with a single wager or you can go with a two-leg parlay, be it single game or between the two. I am just going to go with a single here. I mentioned that I like him, so I'm going to go a little bit bigger. Jamison Williams, 80 plus receiving yards. That's plus 600. So 100 cricket coins to bring back 700. I really wanted to go up all the way to 100, but I'm going to listen to DMX. I'm going to stop being greedy. Love the 80 yards plus 600. I think that is sweeter than you. Jamie G, what are you doing for your lotto ticket long shot?
I love that you only need one thing to happen, Mills. I'm going to bet on two things happen, and I got two beautiful long legs here. Two leg single game parlay. Devin Achane, 60 plus rushing yards. It's plus 100 on its own. And then I've got Jared Goff to throw three passing touchdowns. That's plus 400 on its own. We add them together. We've got a nice two-legger here that's plus 900. 100 cricket coins there. We will take home 1,000 cricket coins. Need a big game out of Goff. Need Chain to get those 60 plus. I think it can happen.
Jamie G's doing a Mac thing. He's playing both sides on the Miami running backs. You're just not supposed to tell them that you're playing both sides. That's the key to playing both sides. Just FYI.
I'm not the hedge knight for nothing here. And we always like to finish out the night slate with our version of a bang. Get ready for tripod time. There are two games on the night slate this week, so we've got a three-leg single game. So we've got a three-leg single game parlay for each game. Mills, show us those legs.
We're going to start off with the tripod for Sunday night football, and I've got some legs for you right up at the top. Leg number one, your guy, Jared Goff, 2+ passing touchdowns, even Steven, plus 100 for that leg. Next, we're going to do an alternate spread. Detroit -2.5 at Houston. That's -152 on the alt spread. And to get our odds boosted a little bit, we're going to go with Jamison Williams catching one of those touchdowns from Jared Goff. Jamison Williams, anytime TD scorer, plus 275. If he wants to run it in, that's okay too, but we'd rather have it come off the hand of Jared Goff. You put those three legs together. Jared Goff, 2+ passing touchdowns. Detroit -2.5. Jamison Williams, anytime TD. That's plus 650. So if you put $100 down on that, bringing back 750, not too shabby if I don't say so myself. Moving over to Monday Night Football, leg number one here, Jamie G's with his guy, Cooper Kupp over 6.5 receptions, plus 110 for that one. And why not go with his buddy, Matthew Stafford? Matthew Stafford, 2+ passing touchdowns, -145 for leg number two. Then finally, run it back on the other side of the ball with Devin Achane, 60+ receiving yards. That is plus 110 on its own. You put those three together, Cooper Kupp over 6.5 receptions, Matthew Stafford, 2+ passing touchdowns, Devin Achane, 60+ receiving yards. That's plus 675. So $100 brings you back 775. Not too shabby. I think I'm feeling it. Jamie G, should we have gotten greedy? Should we have looked like Cooper Kupp over 9 receptions? Again, if nobody punches anybody, maybe he doesn't get as many last time. But I think I'm feeling these, dude. I'm feeling pretty good about these nice sturdy legs we got.
Thank you guys for checking out the night slate. Bet it, bank it, blow it. We really appreciate you being here with us. We do this each and every week, and we don't just do the night slate. We do the main slate. We do the Thursday games. So make sure you throw the thumb and subscribe so you don't miss one single play that we are making. You got to be there for it. You wouldn't want to miss it. Also, let us know how you're approaching the night slate, man. Interesting take on this. Love to hear if you got some different plays that we didn't mention. If you like something we're doing, if you hate it, drop a comment below. Or better yet, my favorite thing is send me your slips. Just a slip. I just want to see how it looks. All right. Send the slips to our DMs so we can compare our bet slips. Good luck on Sunday and Monday night. Let's make some money this weekend. Mills will let you know where you can find all of our stuff.
Thank you for checking out Bet It, Bank and Blow It, presented by Caesar Gap Fantasy Football. Once again, you can find us wherever you get your pods and on YouTube. We're on social media at Caesar Gap FF. Same place on the web, CaesarGapFF.com. Very simple and easy to remember, just like the flaps, FLAPS. Very important to our success. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, please remember to click the thumb. I'm Magnum Mills. He's Jamie G, and we can help you bet it. We can help you bank it, but
Blowing it is up to you.